When Yaakov leaves the house of Lavan with his entire family, his wives, his children, his livelihood, his animals, he knows he's going to be confronted with Esav. The Torah describes how he takes his entire family over the river and prepares himself for battle with Esav. He then finds himself alone on the other side of the river, and an angel comes, battles him through the night. Vayavek ish imo, they struggle the entire night. By the morning, the angel realizes he's unable to defeat Yaakov, and he hits his leg, and Yaakov wins the battle perhaps, but he comes away with a limp. And that's why the Torah says that the children of Yaakov refrain from eating the Gid Hanashe. The Gid Hanashe, which is a sinew in the back leg of from a human, but as well the back leg of an animal. The Torah says that therefore it's forbidden to eat from the Gid Hanashe in the animal, and therefore that area of the animal, or that area, is not eaten. Why? Because Yaakov struggled with the angel and then was hit by the angel. Do we have such a mitzvah to refrain from eating from the Gid Hanashe? This Sforno says a very fascinating idea. The Sforno says that often we have handicaps, physical handicaps or capabilities, where there's something perhaps that we're weak at. We're not good at writing. We're not good at art. Whatever it may be, there may be things which we are weak at. The Sforno says that the Gid Hanashe, the mitzvah to refrain from the Gid Hanashe, is a reminder that Yaakov had a handicap. When Yaakov left this battle, he left with a limp, says the Torah, and nonetheless he was Yaakov Avinu when he was able to achieve what he achieved. What the Sforno says is that we should make our handicap, whether it be physical or else, so insignificant, such that we'd be able to accomplish what we feel we need to accomplish in this world, even though we have such a deficiency, but basically making it unimportant to us, where we emphasize all our other strengths and able to achieve what we're able to achieve. Another idea for the rationale for this mitzvah is that of the Sefer HaChinuch. The Sefer HaChinuch says that according to the Chazal, according to our tradition, the angel that battled Yaakov through the night was the angel of Esav, and that this battle represents the long exiles that we have under the persecution of the nation, the progenitors of the nation of Esav, and that is the long dark exile. And we're hit, and there's a struggle, and there's a limp. But just like in the battle that Yaakov had with the angel, Yaakov comes out victorious. And in fact, the Torah describes how the sun comes out. And in fact, according to Chazal, when the sun arose in the morning, Yaakov was healed from his injury. So says the Chinuch, Ken yizrach lanu Hashemes. So too, at the end of the long darkness, the end of the long exile under Esav, Kach yizrach lanu Hashemesh. So too, the sun will rise for us, Shal Melech HaMashiach. That the Mashiach, that the sun represents the Mashiach at the end of the night, at the end of the darkness. And the Mashiach will heal us. The rays of the sun will heal us, just like the rays of the sun healed Yaakov, v'yigalenu, and redeem us. Amen b'imher v'yameinu. So says the Sefer HaChinuch. That the purpose of this mitzvah is to always remember that this is a long. That this night will come to an end, that there is a light at the end of the tunnel. Another reason for the mitzvah to refrain from eating the Gid Hanashe is that of the Chizkuni. The Chizkuni says, or asks the following question. Yaakov Avinu had a large family. Yaakov Avinu had sons which waged war. We know that Shimon and Levi, soon after this event, massacred an entire city. They were strong. How was it possible that Yaakov, an elderly man, was left alone on the other side of the river at a time where everybody is preparing for war with Esav and with the army of Esav. Why was Yaakov left alone? The Chizkuni says that the mitzvah of the Gid Hanashe is to remind us that that was a mistake. That the children of Yaakov shouldn't have left their father alone. And the Chizkuni says that the purpose, therefore, of refraining from eating from the Gid Hanashe is to remind us of this mistake, and to remind us never to leave another Jew alone, especially in the time of danger. Finally, there is an idea mentioned by Rav Nevin Zal. Rav Nevin Zal points out that the Gid Hanashe, halachically, in terms of its halachic status as a food which is not kosher, it has a halachic status of something that has no tam. The Gemara says it is eitz ba'alma. It is like eating a branch. There's no taste. And this has halachic ramifications. If it falls into other foods, there's no taste that leaves the Gid Hanashe into the other foods, because it is tasteless. Says Rav Nevin Zal that this mitzvah, there should be no desire to eat from this Gid Hanashe. No desire whatsoever, because it doesn't taste like anything. There's nothing good about it. Says Rav Nevin Zal that the Yetzer Hara, for all the other, or most of the mitzvot, creates a facade, creates some sort of reality where we think we are getting enjoyment, perhaps, from a particular sin, and that will cause us to do the sin. What the Gid Hanashe comes and tells us is that just like the Gid Hanashe has no taste. There's nothing tasty about eating from the Gid Hanashe. It should remind us that all the other mitzvot as well, it's just a facade. It's a fake. What the Yetzer Hara has created, but really deep down there is no depth. There is no deep sense of pleasure, a real sense of pleasure from performing a sin. It's just a facade, a fake situation which has been created by the Yetzer Hara. And this is what the Gid Hanashe should remind us, the true face of what sins really are.